Hello everyone, we are group 2, which consists of me, Angellenne, and Lesley, who is also presenting, and Mercedes and Anthony. Our infographic is called Understanding Bovine Tuberculosis in Livestock. It is a significant zoonotic disease known to affect mainly the respiratory system. This highly infectious disease is believed to be the cause of 10 to 30% of human tuberculosis cases. This serious disease is caused by the bacterium Mycobacterium bovis. It is mainly spread through inhalation of aerosol and by consuming unpasteurized dairy products. Direct contact with infected animals could also be a mode of transmission if exposed to bodily fluids. Bovine tuberculosis is mostly seen in cattle, but as well as other ruminants such as deer and sheep. This graphic at the top shows the vicious cycle of transmission of bovine tuberculosis. As you can see, a contaminated environment doesn't only affect the cattle, but as well as the dairy and meat products and humans if coming in direct contact, which then all of these carriers could transmit it to other hosts, so it can easily be spread once something or someone gets infected or contaminated. As for the symptoms, there are typically no signs in the early stages of contracting the disease. It is hard to catch early on. In the later, more progressed stages, a fever, coughing, and lethargy and weakness are some of the signs. At very late stage, you would see acute respiratory distress and possibly the rupturing of the lymph nodes. It is also common to see lesions in the lymph nodes or even the lungs. For diagnostic methods, there are two main methods. The first one is the tuberculin skin test. This is when they inject a protein solution into the skin of a potentially infected animal. An inflammatory reaction means that they are infected. Then the other test is the TB blood test, which measures how the immune system reacts to the germs that causes tuberculosis. For bovine tuberculosis, there is no specific treatment used in cattle. Infected animals are removed from the herd to prevent ongoing transmission, which is a standard approach in the United States. Testing the cattle by using SITD, often for this disease, is essential to prevent the spread. BCG vaccination is being researched, but it is not widely used here. Most prevention work focuses on stopping the bacteria from moving between herds. Farms follow regular testing programs, isolate new or exposed animals, and remove reactors when they are identified. Another major part of control is reducing contact between cattle and wildlife, especially species that carry the infection. The Michigan government website guidelines highlight fencing, feed storage protection, and limiting shared grazing areas as key steps. Farm biosecurity also matters. Clean equipment, controlled animal movement, and consistent sanitation lowers the chance of bringing the bacteria onto the farm or spreading it between groups of animals.
Economic and social impact causes farm-level losses. Reduced production in infected cattle with bovine tuberculosis is seeing a major decrease in milk supply. The reactor animals in the study, 4.9% of cattle was positive for the reactor. Culling and replacement cost, an animal testing positive causes a financial burden to farmers as they must remove them. Ongoing testing should be frequent as well as veterinary follow-ups. Regional and national impact is market disruptions. Farm animals that were positive for bovine tuberculosis cannot sell or move cattle. Government spending is expecting an increase in national programs for testing of bovine tuberculosis. Supply chain effects, outbreaks can cause a disruption in beef and dairy production. Social and community impact, public health concern due to the strain of the bovine tuberculosis spreading through cattle to humans. It can raise health concerns within a community. Wildlife contact, wildlife reservoirs can create conflict for having bovine tuberculosis. The disagreement occurs between farmers and conservation groups who discuss their opinions on how to stop the spread of bovine tuberculosis. As for current research and renovations, when we look at current research on bovine tuberculosis, a major update came from a study in 2024 that's published in Science. This study tested BCG, which is a vaccination. It's a vaccination program in cattle, and it found a clear drop in transmission. The vaccinated herds spread the infection at much lower rates, which supports long-term control. The study also showed that when vaccine continues over time, the herd builds a stronger protection. This improves the chances of reaching disease elimination. Researchers are now focusing on how to use these vaccines more efficiently in the field. They're also working on tests that will work well with vaccination programs so herds can stay protected and be monitored for infection. For the analysis, as you can see here, the diagram, it says naturally infected cedars, and then on the other side, the same thing, naturally infected cedars, unvaccinated cedars, and then vaccinated cedars. This data supports that the vaccine livestock may be able to prevent the spread and eliminate to continue spreading. This data also supports that the providing natural transmission can help with research and prevention, such as vaccines and other interventions. In conclusion, bovine tuberculosis is a public health matter that should be taken serious, as this disease is zoonotic, meaning it can transmit from animals to humans. An actionable idea is to continue doing research on vaccines, as they can help create herd immunity within the livestock community.